Hello there, I decided to do a quick watercolour video. I'm using the Aquafine watercolour artboard by Rowney. It's cold pressed, so you got a bit of a texture there. Here's me just doing the initial sketch of Kuron from season 3 of Voltron. I think it was season 3. So you're going to be seeing parts of the process and hopefully I don't mess this up. So yeah. Okay, now we've got the masking fluid down and I'm just quickly wetting the paper before going in with some Colorex ink in various colours. So I'm going to try and make a kind of space background. So I'm just haphazardly putting it anywhere, not thinking too hard and letting the water work its magic essentially. Okay, now that we're mostly dry, I'm a little bit impatient because I just really wanted just to play around with what I had. So now I get to do the satisfying bit where I get to peel off the masking fluid, because it's all about that gratuitous peeling. So this is where I see whether or not I've messed up. Slight problem is while it was drying, I think I might have used too much water because a lot of the colour that I put down for the galaxy type background bled a bit too much into the colours. So to kind of break up the amount of black, I ended up using my gel pen to put in some stars to make it look a little less stark compared to, you know, just a load of plain blackness. I see I've not been as careful with the masking fluid as I should have, but hopefully I will fix that when it comes to just putting the paint in. Also because I use two different kinds. Yeah, I think some of the paint, or some of the masking fluid has taken up some of the paper, which I will, this is why you like, don't be impatient like me. Otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. But as I said, I just wanted to experiment a bit. So I wanted to test out the drawing gum applicator, and it wasn't as easy as I thought it should be. Maybe I'm not quite doing it correctly. And then I just used a really old crappy brush to do the rest, so it's quite feathery, where I used the Rowney one, which is still really good. It's just I'm not a careful person. Actually, I think a rubber might be better to use on this. So apparently that, there we go. But yeah. I mean, there is ways I can fix this. So that's why I'm a bit annoyed at myself. I know it's not quite the end of the world, because I mean the main image is there. And I could just use some white ink or some gouache to feather the ends of these, so it's not really that big a deal. But where the darker areas is where the gum pen, like the drawing gum pen had been, and it doesn't come up as well as the Rowney, but that's fine. Anyway, let's try and salvage this with some ink wash. So let me just grab this with some swatches. Okay, so I mean this hasn't all dried out yet, so this is a good thing. So I think that probably needs a bit more black. in there. Let me just see what this one looks like. Yeah, just sort of, it's one of those things where you do have to work a bit fast. But yeah, I'll see how I go. Maybe if I put a little bit of that just to warm up the tone. Yeah, I think I can live with that. So yeah, hopefully I don't faff it up. So unlike the watercolours even, sorry, the ink is not as easily lifted as, say, the watercolour would be. But that's fine. I don't mind that, but the brush here is a little frayed. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's just literally washes. I mean, I might even go in with some watercolour in a bit. So I'm not gonna fret too much, but now I wish that I might have darkened up some more of these areas, because yeah, I've lost some of the detail on where some of the, you know, I've lost where I'm meant to be colouring some areas, but not a problem. You know, you live, you learn. And I was trying a few new things with this, and I still will be, even if the painting itself is a bust, because sometimes when you buy a load of like nice art materials, you get too scared to use them, and then they never get used, and then you've just wasted your money. And I'm really bad for that, really, because I'm like, oh god, what if I mess up? It's gonna look awful. I would have wasted everything. But you know, it's like better to waste it on a failed attempt than you know, like trying to learn how to use it than not using the item at all. But I mean, this isn't coming out too bad so far. Hopefully it will start taking a bit more shape later. There we go. And then so that's his neck. So that's where the hair will be. The hair will be a different, slightly kind of magenta-y tone to the wash. It won't be magenta, don't worry. Like, it's not a particularly bright piece, but it's just, you know, we have that rule where it's not good to go straight in with black, unless yeah. I'm not really good at working and talking at the same time, as you guessed. But I'm doing my best. I mean, I might do a bit more of a speed up later, because obviously I've got to wait for some layers to dry. But it's not too bad. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. And yeah, because eventually what I want to do after this is, once I've painted this all up, I would like to, I have this like foil stuff and some glue, and I just want to mess with that really and try and bring some of this detail back. Okay, so time to use something a bit more purpley now. Oh god, well the ink's come out so dark on this that I don't know what the There we go. So I'm going to have that so it's bunched a bit. Oh, there we go. I didn't realise it wasn't quite like I moved the page again because I'm a bit of an idiot. but never matter. Of course, like, it's important to layer. I will wet the page a little bit just so there's a bit more of a whole wash thing going on. You know, it is a learning curve. I don't normally do as much traditional as I probably should, but that is, again, not a problem. You know, if you don't do, you don't really learn. Sorry, my blah, 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 blah. Sorry, my voice is a bit thick. I haven't been feeling that great today, and I have come off the back end of a nap. So my brain isn't working. So probably not the best idea to do, like, work on a video so soon after waking up and not eating, because, you know, I have the coordination of not coordination, probably coordination as well, but the functionability of a paper bag when it's wet. And I'm not quite sure I'm actually thinking of the right terminology or phrase, but I'm sure you will get what I mean. Yeah, it doesn't look like much at the moment. I'm just going to try and push some of that colour. Obviously, when I do the skin, there will be a bit more sharpening up when I go in with the paint. It's just I find, like, I did do some paintings before my last convention, and I did mix the use of Colorex ink with watercolour, because the Colorex has a, as you can see, it has a more vivid like colour, like I mean, but that's back when I was still using my Dale Rowney student grade ones, you know, the ones that have kind of aged a bit and probably gone a bit chalky over time. But again, not really such a big issue. Let's see what this comes out like. Yeah, I need a bit more water on that. What I'm going to do is, oh wait, what colour? Oh no. When you mix the wrong colours together. Oh no. I thought it was one of the more purpley ones. But clearly I was wrong. Yeah. But what's this one? Okay, that's a bit more of that. So that's more of a grey tone. So I might go into some of that. Of that. So, oh shit. I mean, whoops. Yeah. Just trying to just get like a good in between, but let's see what happens when I use this. Ah, there we go. That's a bit better. So I'm just going to go in. The thing is still a bit wet, so I kind of wanted some softness to it. But obviously not so much that I'm going to lose too much detail. Oh yeah, that was that one. That's gone a bit. Oh. Basically, the light source is coming from around like here, so I would want to go a bit darker. I'm not even that bothered that some of the colours bleeding into everything else. think once I've laid this down, I might go back into kind of time-lapse mode again, because, and then do a voiceover later. But for now, while I'm just laying this down, because it's still just the base. Yeah, I'm just trying to be a bit more interactive with the videos, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Oh shit, I didn't even realise I can cover that up later. Whatever. Yeah, again, don't paint while you're exhausted. Or, as I said, just woken up from a long ass nap. Again, I shouldn't have already sworn. But I guess too late to do that now. No problems. Push some like colour together. Like, hopefully when I start tightening this up, it will start coming together a little bit more. But it's nice having like a bit of a different colour on the bottom, because it does bring a bit more depth to it, even if it's not quite the right colour that should, you know, that would... Oh, that came out a little bit too dark. Let's just push that out a bit. There we go. No harm done. No problem. But yeah. Right. Now for the fun bit. I kind of want to go a bit more purpley than reddy with this bit. So, which one's a bit more purple? I'm hoping this is. So I'm using amaranth. Is amaranth more reddish or? Yeah. Also, this is why it's important to swatch. Yeah, that's that kind of pinky red one. So I'm not going to use amaranth. So let's use a little blobbit of oh no, that's even pinker. Okay, so amaranth was the correct one. But if I mix that with that, I just need to put a bit more of that colour in. Sorry, I'm just mixing a bit more, trying to, okay, let's see how that comes out. Still a bit too vivid purple, so let's just, yeah, put a bit of the amaranth in there. Probably a bit of water as well, just to anyway, we'll just push the water about. I know his hair's not purple. Oh, whoops. There we go. Saved. Unlike the hand. Which I should have thought to do that sooner. Oh, whoops. But I'm not too bothered about that black smudge, because I will be going in with a kind of grey, and basically this is just a base colour essentially, just to, now that I think about it, I should have done the skin tone first. Whatever. don't care anymore. Well, I should care, but let's just push some of that purple around, because as I said, once I've got the base down, then I'm gonna put detailing in. Just try and lift some of that. I should have picked up some tissue from the bathroom before doing this, because I got a bit too carried away. Let's see if I can salvage this. Wow, I've got so much ink on my hands. But that's fine too. I know it looks a bit messy, but I don't know, I can get it to work somehow. I'm going to leave that quite loosely done there, because I do still want to colour the face in. Okay, now I've just got to remember which parts are remaining white and which parts will be the black hair. So down here will be black. Let's push some of that and just lift some of that purple. There we go. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the hair with a bit of dove grey, which is a bit of a flatter colour tone compared to this, but because it's got the colour base, I'm hoping that it will fix itself. Let's see, so that's going to be white there, so I'm just going to do that, and that. I can tidy the edges up. Okay, that's staying white, so that's fine. And then we're gonna, yeah, that's purple still. I mean, I should have also invested in some nicer brushes. Again, not much I can do about that now. But yeah, I'm just trying to, oh god, it's clumping where there's some of the there, that'll do. I'm not going to be too precious with it, and I don't even mind that it's blending in. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm also next going to just probably do a time lapse once that's dry as well. But yeah, so that's what I got so far. Okay, and this is the final one. I've put a bit of mirror foil on there as well, just to fancy it up a bit. So yeah, once I sort of put, oh, I'm so clumsy, sorry. But once I kind of fill these bits in a bit more, because there was some masking fluid still lingering there, I might put it up for sale in my store. But yeah, not bad for a little mess around. But yeah, so sorry it's a bit of a choppy video. I am trying my best. I am very new to this. Hopefully I'll find something better by means of formatting. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing a few more of these kind of playing around with materials things. So I've got quite a few things lying around the room that I've bought and not done anything with because I've been too scared to use them, really. And also the lack of time, because I only get like 2 days off a week, but one of those days I'm pretty much unconscious. But yeah, hopefully I'll try some new stuff. I do have some screen tones, so I might faff around with that. Hopefully I'll probably do some challenges. Please comment if there's anything you'd like to see me try. But yeah, thank you for watching and have a good one. Thank you.